Jordan. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How was your weekend?
It was good. Relaxing and got some stuff done that needed to be done. So
it was good. Good. I'm glad to hear that. So, the first thing I kind of wanted to do in this session was just recap where we were and just see if we're still at that same place. Our previous session, we were talking about a lot of feelings. I think you were, talking about being angry, and then we talked about you actually being hurt and that your boss had actually broken that trust that you had with him and how that really hurt you. We actually did a role play exercise, and I was looking at the role play exercise, and it just, your energy, it just seemed so relieving for you, which was a great thing to see. Do you still feel that way about the role play?
I do. It was, I haven't really been back to the job or seen the manager since I quit. So it was nice. It didn't bring back, it brought back some bad memories, but I was able to channel good into them.
Right.
So it was nice to be able to say something to him when I couldn't really do it.
Right.
In the past.
Right. Well, as I said, you just looked really relieved. And it was really good for me to see you confront your boss that way. And it just shows me that you can, that that's a step that you could have taken with him. Mm-hmm. What I would kind of like to do now, we talked about confronting your boss. I'd like to kind of explore if there are any other options or any other things that you feel like you could have done to help the situation that you were in of, feeling hurt, the mistrust with your boss. Obviously, confrontation of, to him about how he made you feel would be a great choice, and I think we discovered that in the previous session, but are there any other things that you feel like you should have done or you wish you would have done?
I wish I would have, I don't know, I wish I would have said something.
Right.
I wish I would have confronted him before, or at least had the guts to confront him, and,
right.
But I didn't.
Yeah.
And I don't know, sometimes I regret it, because I've been kind of brought up to, stand my ground and fight for what I believe in and fight for what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't.
Well, you did in front of me.
Yeah.
You had the capability to confront him and, really tell him how you felt. Do you think you could ever, portray that face to face with him?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Since I don't work with him anymore, definitely.
That makes things a little easier, but yeah, you just seemed so relieved after that, and I just really wanted to focus. What do you think the worst thing would happen if you did confront him face to face? Or if you didn't, let's look at that. If you confronted him face to face, what do you think would happen, or if you didn't?
Confronting him face to face, being fired,
Mm-hmm.
or getting sent home for that day, or him just embarrassing me more because he always just had some smart ass comment to say, even if I did try to say something to him.
Mm-hmm.
It was always something about my past or my fiance. It just hit really hard, so I didn't really go on from there.
Mm-hmm.
If I hadn't said anything, I really didn't.
Right.
So it just kind of left me to no confrontation until what we did last week.
Well, it kind of left you feeling still hurt and still, carrying that weight on your shoulders.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess it's just weird talking about it because, I don't know, I just thought he was a good guy, and just like a slap to the face to find out he was just a complete jerk.
Yeah. I can definitely see how it hurt you. You felt, you trusted him. You trusted him with private information or personal information that you disclosed to him, and he broke that trust for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes my fiance threatened to come up there and, show his boss. But I mean, I didn't want to lose my job over that either.
Right.
That was really uncalled for.
So it kind of just seems like the common theme that I'm hearing as to why you never talked to him or you never went above him.
Yeah.
Obviously, he was harassing you and doing some things inappropriate or saying things inappropriate. It just kind of seems like you feared losing your job. And I know from previous talks that we've had, you liked your job.
Mm-hmm. It was a very nice job. I mean, first couple months were great, and it's just, I don't know where or when it went downhill. It started, and I probably disclosed too much information of myself. But if you trust somebody, what's wrong with a little too much information if you trust them?
If you trust.
But it was kind of that boundary of manager, employee. So I crossed it, but he crossed it too.
Right.
I mean, it could have stopped easily with him saying, "Don't want to hear about that. Don't bring it to work." But
Right.
he fed from that.
Right.
And it was terrible.
Well, I mean, it seems like for you, you were just trying to, confide to him about certain issues. I mean, looking for someone else to talk to.
Yeah. Yeah, he, till the day I quit, he still kept remarking on how he thought I had a crush on him. And, when I was in my undergrad, I had to do a research project, like my own research project. And my friend and I, she was doing like, how intense movies stimulate you, and I did how romantic movies stimulate you. I had him do a survey after he watched like a 15-minute clip of The Walk to Remember. And he was like, "I can't believe you got me into that room all by myself." And he told everybody that, I could have molested him or something, and, I just don't know why he said the things he said.
Yeah, well, you may never know why. The important thing is to know, I saw you were able to confront, him during role play. I think yourself, you've mentioned that maybe you disclosed a little too much information, but at the same time, you felt like you could trust him. I kind of want to know, your next job or your next moment with your boss when that line might be crossed. What are some different steps that you might take into making sure that, one, you're not hurt, they don't harass you, or if that does happen, what are some of the things you'll do?
I'll definitely stand up for what I believe in, and automatically I'll either report them for the harassment, or I'll just say, "Hey, what you said really hurt my feelings. I don't appreciate it. It was uncalled for," especially doing it in front of people. So my boss now kind of does that. But that's mainly what I do, is I would say something.
Good. Have a voice. Good. That's great. That's really good to hear. Like I said, I saw you able to have a voice and say something, so it'd be nice, if that would, transfer to an opportunity that's inappropriate for you. Just kind of wanted to check in. How are these sessions been for you?
Been really good.
Yeah.
It was really great to say what I needed to say to my boss, even though I'd been out of there for a couple months. And, I wish I could say it to him face to face. I mean, there were a couple times where I had, but it just never really got through his thick skull that he was hurtful. But it was definitely relieving to be able to tell somebody this besides my fiance, because he was tired of hearing it, because it hurt me and he couldn't do anything about it, or I wouldn't let him do anything about it. So it's nice to just be a little, I don't know, angry, happy, stressed out about it all in one, I guess, but in the end, relief for telling you about it.
Yeah. I hope one of the things that you can take from this is knowing that you can have a voice, and that you have the potential to stand up for what you think is right. So I hope from the role playing and just by talking with me, you've actually learned a little bit more about yourself and learned how strong of a woman you actually are.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. All right, well, Great. I guess this is where we'll end this session.
Okay.